Hello, guys. I know it's been quite a few days since I've done a truth bomb. That's because I had to really prepare for this one and not get things wrong. And it took a lot of going through information that's being sent to me, links that are being sent to me. I'll tell you why the fall is going to be challenging. The American we know in the States has said that they're going to have, like I said, a fake outbreak in schools. It's planned, it's happening, and it's going to be timed where they know it's perfect. Either a teacher or a student will be infected. Those children will be quarantined at the school, and you parents cannot come and pick them up. You cannot pick up your child. There will be a quarantine center that they are sent to. You cannot see them. They will remove your child from your life. And to pick them up, you will have to vaccinate. You will have to go through blood tests. They will continue to get corona tests, and who knows what the hell it's going to say, because these tests are not meant to detect a coronavirus. They're going to start separating parents from children. It went from bend the curve, which we did right away, to your kid cannot be with your family. Lavalin back east, the one that Trudeau is incestuously getting in trouble with last year and the year before. There's a whistleblower at Lavalin. She contacted Susan Stanfield. They had a long talk. Susan wants me to announce this. This staff member went, shit. They're building isolation rooms, tiny isolation rooms for us Canadians. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. They didn't just get the mask contract from Trudeau. They're turning it into an isolation center. Now I'm going to put a link down of Theresa Tam, part of a documentary in 2010 that everybody needs to watch again. She's absolutely creaming and wetting herself or himself over, we're going to track, if there's ever a pandemic, we're going to put ankle bracelets and arm bracelets on people. We're going to track their every move. Nobody can leave their houses. We're going to remove people from their homes who might be infected and put them in centers. These are jails, guys. You can't leave. They will do the same with our children. We are going to be force tested for this COVID, and if anybody comes positive, your child will be removed from your home. We will be removed from our home.
I think the public has to know this is one of the worst case scenarios in terms of an infectious disease outbreak, in that their cooperation is sought. If there are people who are non-compliant, there are definitely laws and public health powers that can quarantine people in mandatory settings. It's potential you could track people, put bracelets on their arms, have police and other setups to ensure quarantine is undertaken. It is better to be preemptive and precautionary and take the heat of people thinking you might be overreactionary, get ahead of the curve, and then think about whether you've overreacted later. But it's such a serious situation that I think decisive early action is the key.
Police checkpoints are set up on all the bridges, and everyone leaving the city is required to show proof of vaccination. Those who refuse to cooperate are taken away to temporary detention centers.
We will be removed from our home. I have proof that they're doing this in Alberta. This is Onyx, okay? My computer didn't like to print it all on one page. Don't ask me why. Onyx in Alberta, they are building the same things, isolation units. But don't worry, there's a nurse on site and they'll get 3 meals a day. It says right here, extraction plan to remove anyone suspected of exposure. Get rid of that app right now that you've downloaded. If you don't want to be removed from your house coming this fall and winter, because it's coming, you remove that app from your phone because you are putting all of your friends at risk. This privacy bullshit, it's all bullshit, you guys. Why take the risk? You will get a note and a knock on the door. Oh, you were in a store that somebody came positive for. Not you have COVID, not you're in the hospital. Somebody you were near tested positive with a test that doesn't work. I'm not joking around anymore, you guys. You have to listen to this. And you're gonna put your friends in danger. Once we get locked down again in the fall, you guys, that's it. We're locked down. If you try to get out of the city, this is all pre-planned. If you try to get out of the city, you better do it quick because there's gonna be checkpoints and you're not gonna be allowed to go. The city's gonna be the worst. That's gonna be the worst place. And no, I haven't gone crazy. I've been researching for the last 4 days. Recently on our Canadian mainstream hellhole news, they had their chosen doctor, the expert, come on. He said, yeah, a lot of my patients are going, oh, I don't know about this vaccine. What's with this RNA thing? What if that's the one they approve? I don't really want to take it. He said, yes, all my patients are asking that. My response is, it's an experiment. And he said, but I'm going to take it because I know I'll be fine. And you know what? This is what else he said. You can find it from mainstream news in the last couple of days. You have to choose between the danger of getting COVID, which is less than a death rate from last year's flu, mainly the elderly, because they genocided them in the homes. You understand that the statistics we got was from old people that were already on their deathbed, I'm sorry, but true, who already had problems. And they crammed them together. Opposite of what they want to do to us healthy people and kids that don't get COVID. They want to remove us from our homes. Do you not see a problem with that? Put the elderly, the most vulnerable from this virus together. They all die. But us healthy people, we're going to be removed from a test that doesn't work. Guys, this is coming. When you hear the next lockdown is starting, you have to come back and watch this. There's a reason why 5G was rolled out while we were locked down. The hundreds and hundreds of people who went on YouTube and said, holy shit, they're putting this up. They were doing them in the middle of the night. If you think it's a coincidence that we were locked down and then all of a sudden anybody involved with 5G was out there putting it up during the lockdown, if you think that's a coincidence, you have another thing coming. Bring that doctor on who says, well, I'm going to take it because it's the risk of COVID, getting COVID, or having this vaccine. And he feels safer having the vaccine. Look at the statistics, guys. We are being played like animals that they will jail us if we do not comply. That documentary that Theresa Tam did says our health institutions, we will have the power to remove you from your home. For a COVID that 99.9% of the globe does not die from. You can go online and find things on court cases, meetings, when they used to let people ask questions. Why are you rolling out 5G when it hasn't been tested on humans? We don't have to, do you know how many whistleblowers have come forward and said, these are people that used to work for these technology companies. This is very bad. These levels are too high, and at any time they can turn them up. Well, funny that, people who've bought an EMF, which a lot of scientists are saying buy an EMF meter, we get closer to 5G, it's way over what it's supposed to be. They're already doing it. For those of you that don't want to believe this, just watch the signs. When they lock us down again, it's going to be way worse than the first time. Little things, a breakout in school, little planned things. They're building these isolation centers like wildfire, guys. They're in every province. But I could only prove the Alberta one and the back east one, Lavalan, because a staff member's freaking out. She didn't want to come on the show. She doesn't want to lose her job. Thanks, guys. Sorry. I don't really know what else to say. Sorry.